Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me for your weather update. Today we're tracking a dramatic shift that's about to impact millions of people across the country. A major change is coming to the weather pattern across the United States, and it's one that will be hard to miss. For many, in the eastern half of the country, the coldest air of the season is about to arrive, bringing a real taste of winter. The warm days of autumn are ending as a blast of winter-like air moves in. If you've been enjoying those mild afternoons, it's time to dig out your heavier layers. This cold air is coming with high confidence from forecasters. The models are in strong agreement, so there's little doubt about what's on the way. The main question is whether a storm system will develop along with it. If it does, we could see not just cold, but also some wintry precipitation in certain areas. This pattern shift will feel sudden for those enjoying mild temperatures. One day, you're outside in a light jacket, and the next, you're reaching for your scarf and gloves. It's all due to a large-scale shift in the atmosphere, a big seesaw in the sky. When the jet stream dips, it allows cold air to spill southward, changing our weather almost overnight. High pressure is building over the west, bringing calm, warmer weather there. Folks out west can expect sunny skies and pleasant afternoons, a sharp contrast to what's coming in the east. Meanwhile, a deep trough of low pressure is digging into the east, opening the door for cold Canadian air to rush south. This setup is classic for ushering in a widespread chill. This is the classic setup for a significant cold air outbreak. Winds will pick up and temperatures will drop quickly, catching some off guard. This isn't just a one-day event. The colder pattern will stick around for a while. Expect several days of below-average temperatures, especially at night. The comfortable, jacket-only weather will be replaced by heavy coats, hats, and gloves. It's time to prepare your winter wardrobe if you haven't already. Widespread freezes and frosts are coming to areas that haven't seen them yet this season. Sensitive plants and outdoor plumbing could be at risk, so take precautions now. For some, it may even bring the first snowflakes of the year. If you live in the higher elevations or further north, keep an eye out for that first dusting. We'll walk you through the timing, temperatures, and snow potential so you can prepare. Stay tuned for updates as the forecast evolves and details become clearer. Get ready for a true taste of late autumn and early winter. This is the kind of weather that reminds us the seasons are changing fast. This is a significant transition for millions. Whether you're commuting to work or sending kids off to school, everyone will feel the difference. It's a classic November pattern, right on schedule. Make sure you're ready for the chill, and stay with us for the latest updates on this big weather change. To really understand where this cold air is coming from, let's take a closer look at high and low pressure systems. These are the building blocks of our weather. They shape everything from gentle breezes to major storms, and right now they're setting the stage for a dramatic shift. High pressure acts like a mountain of air, pressing down and bringing calm, clear weather. That's exactly what's happening in the west right now. Skies are blue, the air is still, and conditions are tranquil. High-pressure systems often mean sunshine and stability, keeping storms at bay. On the other hand, low pressure is like a valley, drawing air inward and upward. This rising air cools and condenses, forming clouds and precipitation. It's the engine behind unsettled, stormy weather, and it's what's brewing trouble in the east. Right now, a deep trough of low pressure is setting up over the east, acting like a giant funnel that pulls cold Arctic air down from the north. This is why temperatures are about to take a nosedive. The strong high in the west acts as an anchor, locking the pattern in place, while the low in the east deepens and intensifies. This contrast is what drives the weather machine. The bigger the difference in pressure between these systems, the stronger the winds become. These powerful winds will sweep the cold air far to the south, reaching places that don't usually see such frigid temperatures this early. This ridge in the west and trough in the east is the key driver of the upcoming weather. It's a classic setup meteorologists watch for when big changes are on the horizon. The jet stream, that fast-moving river of air high above us, will dip far to the south, creating a direct pathway for the coldest air to surge in. This shift in the jet stream is what allows Arctic air to escape its usual boundaries. This setup is a perfect recipe for a widespread cold outbreak, with millions of people across the country feeling the chill. Cold weather alerts are already being issued as the pattern takes shape, so when you hear meteorologists talk about a ridge in the west, trough in the east, this is exactly what they mean. A dramatic clash that brings big changes. The result? a sudden and dramatic end to the mild fall weather as autumn leaves give way to snow and frost almost overnight. The engines of our weather are shifting gears, moving from a gentle autumn into a much harsher wintry pattern. Get ready for a powerful pattern change, one that will bring winter's chill roaring in, catching many off guard. The cold is on the move, and it's coming fast, so bundle up and prepare for a true taste of winter. Let's talk timing. As the days grow shorter and the sun rises later, the stage is set for a dramatic shift in the weather. The cold air will move in stages, starting in the central U.S. this weekend. A powerful front will sweep across the plains, bringing a noticeable chill to the air. The northern plains and upper Midwest, think Dakotas and Minnesota, will feel it first. These areas will see temperatures tumble quickly, with biting winds and the first real taste of winter. By early next week, the core of the cold settles over the eastern U.S., including the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, Northeast, and parts of the Southeast. The chill will spread rapidly, reaching millions of people in just a matter of days. Expect a dramatic temperature drop. 60s on Sunday could become 40s by Tuesday. You'll notice people swapping out light jackets for heavy coats almost overnight. The coldest stretch will be Monday through Wednesday, with widespread freezes likely. Early risers will wake to frosty lawns, icy windshields, and a crispness in the air that signals winter's approach. Sub-freezing temperatures could reach as far south as Tennessee and northern Georgia. Even areas unaccustomed to early cold snaps should prepare for a hard freeze. Even typically milder areas will feel the chill, with lows in the 20s. Gardeners and homeowners should take precautions to protect sensitive plants and pipes. In the upper Midwest, some spots may not get above freezing all day, and overnight lows could dip into the single digits. For many, this will be the coldest air since last winter. This is exceptionally cold for early November, catching many off guard as autumn leaves are still on the trees. The cold starts in the north-central U.S. this weekend and engulfs the east by early next week. The speed and intensity of this cold surge are unusual for this time of year. Get ready for a true winter preview. Whether you're digging out scarves or prepping your home, this early blast of cold is a reminder that winter is just around the corner. This isn't a minor cool down, it's a true blast of frigid air. Temperatures will be 8 to 15 degrees below average for millions. Cities in the Ohio Valley and Northeast could see highs stuck in the 30s and low 40s. At night, lows in the 20s will be widespread from the Midwest to the interior Northeast. Major cities like Boston, New York, and Philadelphia will likely see their first widespread freeze. In the northern tier, lows could drop into the single digits, more typical of midwinter. Wind chill will make it feel even colder, so bundle up. The cold will reach surprisingly far south, with lows in the 20s in the mountains of North Carolina and Tennessee. Even Atlanta's suburbs could see their first frost. This is a powerful, far-reaching cold air mass. The weather pattern has decisively shifted toward winter. These below-average temperatures are here to stay for several days. Prepare for a real taste of winter. For gardeners and farmers, this cold blast means the end of the growing season for much of the country. Widespread lows in the 20s will bring a hard freeze, killing sensitive plants. If you still have tender crops or flowers, now is the time to harvest or protect them. Farmers will rush to gather any remaining crops before frost damage sets in. Once a hard freeze hits, the soil cools rapidly, signaling winter's approach. This transition is abrupt, especially after a mild autumn. The clock is ticking. Take action before the weekend. Cover delicate plants or bring them indoors. This cold snap will officially close the book on the 2025 growing season for most of the East. Along with the cold, we're tracking two storm systems. The first, a weaker system, brings chilly rain to the northeast midweek, with snow in the higher elevations. Expect several inches of wet snow in the Adirondacks, Green and White Mountains, and western Maine. The main event is the second storm, arriving with the deep trough over the weekend. This stronger system will pull moisture north and wrap it into the cold air, setting up a classic winter storm. The exact track is uncertain, but it could bring the first measurable snow to some cities outside the mountains. Rain may change to snow as the storm passes and cold air rushes in. Lake-effect snow could follow, especially downwind of the Great Lakes. Stay tuned for updates as the storm's path becomes clearer. Forecasts rely on computer models. The European, ECMWF, and American GFS models are key. Both agree, it's going to get very cold, but they differ on the weekend storm's track. The European model shows rain for the northeast, then major lake effect snow as cold air pours in. The American model takes the storm farther south, bringing snow to Chicago, Detroit, and the interior northeast. Forecasters have less confidence in the GFS right now, as it's been inconsistent. Remember, these are just models, tools to show possibilities. The storm's exact path will become clearer closer to the weekend. The key takeaway: a major winter-like storm is possible, with all the ingredients coming together. Someone in the Great Lakes or Northeast will likely see their first significant snowstorm. We'll be watching the models closely. Stay tuned for updates. Let's pinpoint where the snow is most likely. The strongest signal is for lake effect snow. Cold air over the Great Lakes creates heavy bands downwind. The Upper Peninsula of Michigan, Tug Hill Plateau in New York, and areas southeast of Lake Erie are prime targets. Over 6 inches are possible in these snowbelts, with more in some spots. Northern Indiana and Ohio could also see lake effect snow. The Appalachians, especially in West Virginia and western Maryland, may get 1 to 2 inches. Even the highest peaks in North Carolina and Tennessee could see flakes, though little accumulation. Major cities along I-95 will mostly see cold and wind, not snow. The main snow story will be in the higher elevations and classic lake effect zones. Let's wrap up with the official outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. Their latest forecast shows a high probability of below-average temperatures for nearly the entire eastern two-thirds of the U.S. from November 8th to 12th. The coldest air will center over the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley. This is a big shift from last week's warmer outlook. For daily life, this means a sudden return to winter. Find your coats and prepare your home. Hazardous travel is possible where snow falls. Right now the weather is quiet, but this is the calm before the cold. The pieces are moving into place for a dramatic shift. Bottom line, get ready for the coldest air of the season by this weekend and early next week. Widespread freezes will end the growing season for many. A storm system could bring the first significant snow, especially to the Great Lakes and Northeast mountains. Stay warm, we'll keep you updated.